Alright, so today we're going to be doing a couple of things. We're going to be accessing our server shares from our Mint desktop. And we're going to start with our Windows server. So as you can see, I've got pfSense router running, which we need to have obviously, and the server 08 virtual machine running. And I've already started our Mint desktop here and logged in. So in order to access the shares and also to make sure that we have our user set with the correct permissions, we'll do a couple of things. We'll go over here to menu and we need to look at files. And when we go into the files, we need to come down here to the network. And here's our Windows network. So we'll click on that. Now when we get to the Windows network, which is our work group, we need to come up here to the toolbar and click on File and Connect to Server. So our server IP address for the server 08 virtual machine is what we need to enter now, which is 172.16.0.10. The type is a Windows share. The folder is going to be the shared folder. And the domain type, the domain name, is workgroup. The username is Mary, and we'll go ahead and enter her password and we'll connect. So now we're inside of our shared folder. These are the test documents that we've created in earlier demonstrations. Just for the purposes of this, we'll go ahead and make another document. Actually, we'll just create a new folder to prove that she has the permission to do that, and we'll call this one Mary's folder. And we'll go inside this folder that we've just created and we'll create a new document. And we'll title this document Mary's new document. Okay, so we've created Mary's new document, and that is actually inside of a new folder that we've created in the shares, which was Mary's folder. And just for some demonstration purposes, we'll open this test document in the shares. This is what we've been using as demonstration purposes. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead and create another line. We'll just add another line in here that says hello from Mint. And we'll save this document. And we're able to do that. We'll close it out. And we'll check it again. We'll open it back up and we'll see that the changes are still there because Mary has the proper permissions to do so. And there we go. So the next thing that we're going to do is log out as Mary and come in as John and see if John can do these things, which his permissions are set up to where he can only read and access and not write, and we're going to confirm this. Okay, so we've logged out as Mary, and now we're going to basically do the same procedure that we've just done, only as a different user. So once again, we'll go down to the menu and we'll look at our files. And in the files, we will go down here to network And in the network, we will open our Windows network. And now that we're at Workgroup, we'll go over to the file. And once again, we will connect to server. And just like we've done before, we need to enter the IP address of our server 08, which in my case is 172.16.0.10. And this is a Windows share, and what we're going to be going into is the shared folder. The domain is workgroup. This time the username is John, and we'll put in his password, and then we'll connect. Alright, so now we're in here as John, and we can see what we've done previously with Mary's folder, Mary's document. Let's open the test document here and see if John can do anything with it. Okay, so we can see what we've done so far and what Mary just wrote in here, which was hello for Mint. And John wants to contribute to this. John says hello, and we'll attempt to save this. And here we see that we cannot save this because we do not have the permissions necessary to save the file. So that confirms that our permissions have been set correctly, that John can only read and access. He won't be able to save in this file that Mary has been able to save in because of the permissions that we've set up. So we'll go ahead and close this out. And we'll see, just for instance, if John can create a new file or folder. And so here again we have the denial of permission. He cannot create a folder in this directory. He doesn't have the necessary permissions to do so. And that proves that we've set up our connections correctly, our permissions correctly, and that we've been able to access our server 08 shares from our Mint desktop with the proper users and the proper permissions.